Hello my dear kids, welcome back to our English literature class. Children, tell me, what do you wish the most for you in life? To whom do you pray to get your wishes fulfilled? Yes, we pray to God to fulfill our wishes. So, my dear kids, share with your friends one wish of yours that has been fulfilled. Okay, then we can do one thing. Everyone can take your notebook and write down one wish that you want to get fulfilled. Now, you can share the wish that you want to get fulfilled with your parents. Definitely, your parents will help you to fulfill your wish. Great! You might have noted down many of your wishes. Now tell me, do any of you wish to go to other countries? Yes, we all have a desire to visit different countries and visit its beautiful places, to see the people there, to know their way of life, dressing style, food and so on. So in today's class, I am planning to take you all to a foreign country. Can you guess which country is that? Well, I am taking you on a trip to Japan to know more about Japan, its people, the vista and much more. Are you ready? Okay. Do you know anything about Japan? Have you ever been to Japan? If not, don't worry. In this chapter, let us learn a few interesting facts about Japan. Okay? Okay. First one, Japan is called the land of the rising sun because it is the first country to see the sunrise. Second one, the Japanese eat more fishes than any other people in the world. Third one, cherry blossom is Japan's national flower. Mount Fuji is the tallest mountain in Japan. In Japan, it is considered rude to tear off the wrapping paper of a gift. Sixth one, Japanese farmers grow square-shaped watermelons. In Japan, there are more pets than children. Are not these facts so interesting, children? There is one more thing about Japan. There are a lot of folk stories in Japan. Now, you may have got an idea about the topic that we are going to learn. Have you? Yes, some of you might have got it. Yes, you are correct. We are going to learn today one such folk stories. And do you know the name of the story? The name of the story is One Straw Millionaire. So, today we are going to learn in our 8th chapter the story named One Straw Millionaire. Before we go on with the learning, let us have a look at all the important words in this chapter. Our first word, sincere, showing what you really think or feel. Sincere, showing what you really think or feel. Children, repeat it after me. Sincere, S-I-N-C-E-R-E, sincere, showing what you really think or feel. Second word, vision, V-I-S-I-O-N, vision, something that is seen as part of a religious experience. Repeat it after me. Vision, V-I-S-I-O-N, vision, something that is seen as part of a religious experience. Third word, horsefly, H-O-R-S-E-F-L-Y, horsefly, a large fly that bites horses and cows. Repeat it. Horsefly. 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 A large fly that bites horses and cows. Fourth word, howling. 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 Making a long, loud crying sound. Repeat it after me. Howling. Howling. Making a long, loud crying sound. Do you making howl sometimes? Right? Okay. Fifth word, employer. It means a person who pays people to work for him or her. A person who pays people to work for him or her. Repeat it after me. Employer. 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 It means a person who pays people to work for him or her. Sixth word, refreshed. 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 Feeling less tired. Feeling less tired. Seventh word, sundown. 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 It means sunset. Sunset. Eighth word, magnificent. 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 It means very beautiful. It means very beautiful. Our last word, custom. 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 An accepted way of doing something in a community. An accepted way of doing something in a community. Repeat it after me. Custom. 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 An accepted way of doing something in a community. So dear kids, these are the important words that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, students, keep in mind these words and their meaning as we go along the chapter. So, let's check the main concept of the story in the form of mind map. Now, let us check the main concept of the story in the form of a mind map. One Straw Millionaire is a Japanese folk tale about a poor farmer who is unable to feed himself. A vision appeared before the farmer and whispered. The farmer tied a horsefly to a straw and gave it to a crying child. The child's mother gave 3 oranges. The farmer gave the oranges to a thirsty girl. The old man gave a roll of silk for helping the girl. A soldier stole the silk. The merchant bought the horse and offered the farmer to a job. One Straw Millionaire. The story we are going to learn today is one of the Japanese folk tales, and it is about a farmer. Now open your English literature textbook at page number 61 and everyone may go carefully through the story along with me. See here, he was a hard-working person. Still he remained a poor man. No matter what he did, he never had enough money even to feed himself. So bad, right? He must have gone hungry most of the days. So bad, right? He must have gone hungry most of the days. So, one day he went to the temple and cried. Remember that we prayed to God for fulfilling our wishes, isn't it? And what did he pray? He prayed saying, God, I have always been honest and sincere, but it has brought me nothing. Please show me a way. Okay, what is the meaning of the word sincere? showing what you really think or feel. So the farmer is worried that even after being so sincere, he is still poor. After he prayed, he sat down on the steps and dozed off. See, he must have been so tired after the hard work, so he dozed off. What is dozing off? Yes, he slept. Just then a vision appeared before him and whispered. What happened when the farmer fell asleep? Yes, when the farmer fell asleep, he had a vision in his dream. Children, do you know what did the farmer hear in his vision? Okay, don't worry. I will tell you about it. The farmer heard in his vision that he should move forward and whatever comes in his hand, he must share it with those who needed it. The farmer heard in the vision that he should move forward and whatever comes in his hand, he must share it with those who need it. The farmer woke up with a start. What does it mean? Yes, he was puzzled as to what this vision is all about. He looked about and saw a piece of straw stuck to his clothes. What did he see? A piece of straw, and he said in surprise, "What a strange dream! Indeed, a strange and puzzling dream, right?" Although he did not understand the vision, he decided to keep the straw. Just then, a horsefly sat on it. He caught it immediately and tied it to the straw with a thread. Poor horsefly, right? Okay. He left the temple and was soon on his way with the straw. He must have been going to continue his work in his farm? Could be. Right. Just then he saw a mother and her boy howling. Do you remember the boy? Yes, here is he. And what is the meaning of howling? Yes, making a long, loud crying sound. The mother must have been trying to console the child, but she is now desperate and tells the farmer, "He just doesn't stop crying. I don't know what to do." Now the farmer had an idea. What did he do? He asked the boy, "Do you want this?" and showed the horsefly tied to the straw. Yes, yes. The farmer took the straw and dangled it in front of the howling boy. The boy was curious and smiled. Similarly, your parents also console you at times, right? Here also, the boy stopped crying once he got the horsefly tied to the straw. The mother became so happy, and in return for the farmer's kindness, the woman gifted him 3 oranges. The farmer was feeling happy already. The act of kindness had uplifted his mood. Children, tell me now, what made the farmer happy? Yes, you are correct. The farmer is already rewarded with 3 oranges for his act of kindness to the boy. As he walked further, he saw a young girl and an old man under a tree. The old man said to the farmer, "She is my employer's daughter and she feels unwell. She is thirsty and we have no water." The farmer remembered to share his gifts, because remember that in the vision he was told to share whatever he has in his hand. And so he gave the oranges to the girl, who upon eating them felt refreshed. That means she got something to quench her thirst and is now refreshed. That is, felt less tired. Happy with the farmer, the old man gave him an expensive roll of silk to thank him. See here, the straw and the horsefly brought him 3 oranges, and these 3 oranges fetches him this expensive roll of silk. After thanking the farmer, the old man and the girl went on their way, and the farmer continued walking. Soon he saw a stream, and since he had been walking for long, thirsty as he was, he knelt down to drink water when suddenly, do you know what happened? There came a soldier who threatened him, saying, "Hand me the roll of silk at once before I hurt you." That is, before he attacks him with the sword in his hand. This is like many goons and antisocials who threatens the poor people, isn't it? Reluctantly, that is, not so willingly, the farmer gave up his wonderful gift. The soldier, in his hurry, left behind his horse. Foolish soldier, right? The horse seemed tired, but the kind farmer stroked his head, that is, shaking his head, and took him to the stream to drink some water. He then cut some juicy grass for the horse to eat. After a while, the horse was feeling refreshed. He now has a wonderful horse instead of that roll of silk. Okay, all of you like to go for a ride when you get a new bicycle, right? In the same way, having got a horse for the first time in his life, the farmer wanted to go for a ride. Just as sundown came, that is at the sunset in the evening, the horse stopped outside a magnificent house. A very beautiful house. This house belonged to a merchant. And the farmer stepped down, seeing a grand horse, an impressive one, outside his house. The merchant came out to see them. The merchant said to the farmer, "You seem to have travelled far. Please come in and rest." The merchant eyed the grand horse and wanted to buy it from the farmer. He asked him to come inside for tea, as was the custom in those days. Custom means the accepted way of doing something in those days. What was that custom? You never turn away a stranger. Now the merchant expresses his wish. I really like your horse. Is there any chance that you might sell it to me? Good. Now the farmer is happy and said, "Sure, sir, the horse is very well behaved, but it is not mine." He was so sincere even at this time. Impressed by the farmer's honesty, the merchant paid a large sum for the horse. See here, he is being rewarded one after the other for his sincerity and kindness. And what more has happened to him? We will see. Just then, his doctor walked in with tea. And she said to the merchant, "Father, this is the man who helped me. This is the man who helped me on the road when I was unwell." What a surprise it might have been for the farmer. He helped a strange person out of his little means. And now that same strange girl is standing in front of him. There is more surprise in stock for him. The merchant proposed to him, "Young man, you are not only honest but also very caring. I could use such a man as my business partner. Will you please join me?" The farmer surely must have been over the moon by hearing this, and he happily said yes to the offer. He helped a strange person out of his little means, and now that same strange girl is standing in front of him. Children, did you all enjoy this beautiful Japanese folk tale? The poor hardworking farmer, his vision followed by the horsefly and the straw, the beeman and the howling boy, then 3 oranges, the old man and the thirsty unwell young girl, then the costly roll of silk, the harsh soldier, then the grand horse, the merchant and his desire for the grand horse, the farmer's sincerity, and finally the fortune of the farmer to become the business partner with the merchant. What do you learn from this story? Okay, the story illustrates how one good deed leads to another, and it reminds us to remain always hopeful and sincere. So dear children, keep this moral of the story ever in your mind, always and everywhere in your life. Be hardworking, sincere, kind and hopeful. So dear kids, do your studies well. Stay safe. Bye-bye.